What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games B.S, part of Den Media Group, presented by AlphaClinicOnline.com. AlphaClinicOnline.com is your go-to hormone or just regular, just therapy. Just get all kinds of things. We got laser treatments. We have for women, they got Botox. I guess men use Botox too. That was really one of the rich white people are some of the most vain people on the planet. Like when I was in, because I didn't really tell anybody about, I guess like the traveling that I've been doing, kind of between 2 weeks. It's kind of like really random and weird. But like, so I was in West Palm Beach, 2 Thursdays ago. Came back on Saturday, and they were having they had a person come to their house or come to the hotel and like give them Botox.
Oh,
and
damn.
like the one lady looked like the oldest daughter on Modern Family. So it's like a cute white woman, but just the problem with white, it's like white women seem like they come in like only like 2 or 3 models. And I think that's probably the part of the problem that I have is that, they either really like busted out the biscuits, big, like just top heavy, no ass, or they're like so small, like they're too small. Like they look like you're going to jail if you have a rough night with them. So like she looked like the anyway. So she wanted to get in the things that I remember getting picked on about, not me personally, but black people, but just like if you go and like having the big lips, big ass, titties and all this other shit that like, they make these again, like go look at like what we talk about Marvin Harrison Jr. Like, yeah, he looks like a racist drew him in a cartoon. And that's how he really looks though. Like pink lips, big lips, and just eyes and all dark as hell. But like that's all the stuff they made fun of. Like even to the fact where Sir Mix-a-Lot made this amazing musical ensemble called Baby Got Back. And it started off with, oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. It's just so big. Well, that's what they're going for. And like this lady had Botox shots in her lips, and it looked like she had the herp. Like I've never seen the herp on the lips. Like normally it's on the side, but like she had like little puncture marks. They're like, oh, it goes away after like a week or so. And then my lips, just the swelling, it's so beautiful in this. I'm like, I gotta look like that. Then the other dude went and got the big time guy. He got like, I guess he wanted to get his chin tightened or whatever. So he got the Botox in his chin, and it looked like he got bit by a vampire on True Blood. I'm like, y'all are fucking yourselves up. It looks really bad, and then I guess it gets better, but it's like, is that what we're doing for beauty now? Like, just I'm cool. I'm cool.
Especially girls on the airplane have to sit on the little.
So coming back from the DR, the bitches got to get the wheelchairs. They sitting on it like, or they sitting like, it's like weird. Like they sitting like how, again, some of y'all are too young. Y'all don't remember the bomb drills and like, we used like, you have fire drills at elementary school. Now they have the mass shooting drills now, which is awful. Like, let's just protect the kids so we don't have to do that. But we had tornado and bomb drills. And like the tornado drills, like I think that was the one we all sit in the hallway, sit down. But like the tornado drill, you go up under the desk. The bomb drill, you go up under the desk. Like, what the hell is that going to do to us if we get hit with an atomic bomb? But whatever, man. Andre True Blood is one of the greatest pieces of show that they've ever made. Yeah. And again, it's so Sookie, yeah. And even though now I only think anytime you say Sookie, I think of the rap girl with the ugh. I'm not into the squirt. That ain't nothing but peeing. But like I don't know a lot, but I do know it's not supposed to be brown.
Oh no.
It was terrible. It looked like bad well water. It was coming out of her. It was just I don't like her anyway because she's way too aggressive with Miles is is definitely shout out to hopefully no children are watching. Hopefully you guys don't have this too loud at work. But Miles is definitely against analingus in any kind.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Miles is not. Miles gets angry
because men have messed up the game.
Because
So
there's women out here eating ass that Miles doesn't know about that might get.
It's almost like fight worthy. It's almost there.
I was like, don't go kiss me after you done done some shit like that. And Suki is out here aggressively, like just like it sounds like grapish. Like she's like Diddy. I gotta make sure I say it so I don't get the yellow thing on the yellow mark on this channel. But like she's like, we in Dubai, we eating. I'm like, yo, whoa, ma'am, consent, please. I don't just be, oh, he don't know, he eating me. And then I'm gonna flip him over. Now I'm eating him. Like, yo, whoa, ma'am, chill out. You got to get to know the me on the inside before you get to know the me on the outside. And she looked rough again. She got the features that she has strong features with a little bit of femininity over it. So it throws me off. And unfortunately, black women, y'all starting to look like or I don't want to say y'all are starting to look like it because I believe they're taking your style. But the transmissions and y'all are starting to become a little bit hard to get in. I don't even know how the fuck we got into that because that's definitely not. Oh yeah, we were talking about how the white people like get themselves poked up to make themselves like for beauty, but like just you're
starting to look like a new race of human,
right? Like or remember the movie Ants. That's what some of them look like. Like they look like ants. And Suki is definitely not adorable. I would never. I don't want to. She is terrifying. Like I don't. That's my code word when I see a young lady. Suki with the no. Suki from True Blood, if I remember correctly, was I? The black girl was. Now the thing about True Blood that stands out. Oh Jesus Christ! God damn. Yeah, they do. Some of them do have them strong. Cam Davis does have a strong. Like his features aren't strong. His features are like Cam just looked like he was born in the civil rights. That's all. Nothing wrong with that. My boy just been here. That's like the old head said. He been here before. Like Cam been here before. Like Cam, if you wanted to come up and tell me, James, I believe in reincarnation. Here's my case for reincarnation. Boom, Cam Davis. I'm like, you know what? I seen that motherfucker at the March on Washington. You're right. He has been here before. He was that man. That man was in them old school football movies where they wore the slacks, but they used to work out in real clothes. But anyways, I've been traveling a lot. Long story short, I was in the DR. DR, I can almost point. I can now in DR, everybody got BBL, got liposuction. Really? So like it's just like you get one thing for we were talking about this online, Miles. And this was a good conversation because a lot of people are getting traction on they didn't see. You did a really good job with the Terrell Suggs. If he listens to the show, he's gonna want to fight me. But the short wasn't that bad.
yeah.
The short wasn't bad at all. Like the short was pretty good. But I had to ask. There's some questions that I was really concerned about because I don't know. And I'm like, I think I was talking to Adrian about it. Like, can they do something? Like, they have all kinds of surgery, right? But I was like you, Miles. Remember at the wedding? And you saw a little boy with the cross side. You was like, we got a black president. All this technology. Why people still got cross eyes? Like, we should be able to fix that. Can you have a gumoctomy? Or can you have a Brazilian gum lift? Can you do something to like if the gums? Because I was like, my man got 6 feet of gums and 2 centimeters of teeth. Can we like adjust this to where the teeth show properly so that we can? Because it's wild, bro. When he just be smiling and then you saw the breakfast on the grill guy. The breakfast on the grill guys got the bug out. His teeth are not bad. It's more so the eyes of the breakfast on the grill guy because his eyes make it look. Yeah, man. Sometimes God be wilding. Now, like if you believe in God, God be up there just straight wilding when he be throwing people together. But I was saying all that to say is that people go down there to get BDLs. There are BDLs, BBLs too. Like a lot of those women, you could tell had got some mouth work done. So you know, their teeth were fine. The teeth were like everybody. Come on, dog. We in the third world country. I ain't seen not damn braces. I ain't seen not damn fucked up teeth. Like, come on, bro. Like, somebody got to have something. But I digress. We don't fix teeth, but we can give you the Botox stuff, and you won't look like you got herpes and all this other stuff over here. Oh my god! They said Buddy Son's got teeth like Buddy from Mortal Kombat.
Oh, Baraka. Baraka. That's terrible.
I'm trying to figure out what movie was it. Was it the Super Mario Brothers, the original one?
Oh, the 90s one.
Yeah, with the dude. Is that where the dude had the teeth?
Yeah. Wow, that's a callback. That's way back.
Yeah, man. It's just, anyways. I don't even know. Alpha Clinic Online. Something about that has to deal with Alpha Clinic Online. Inside the world's greatest cigar lounge, Goodfellas Cigar Lounge. We was hopping this past weekend. We had all kinds of different stuff popping off and going on, yada yada yada. So now that we've made, for my fellas, ladies too. All I can tell you is April 29th. It's a private party only. April 29th. Here at Goodfellas, 8 p.m. The lounge is shutting down. It's a private party only. There'll be some a couple young ladies that's gonna get off of work that need to do that just like to showcase their talents in the evening and show what they can dance. So if you want to just slide through and whatever, blah blah blah. Steve, you're taking fucking pictures, I thought, at the tailgate. Are you not taking pictures? If you're taking pictures, just come to the goddamn tailgate.
Did they need pictures taken April 29th?
I don't know. No. Not at all. Yeah. So like when you come to this one, there's like no camera. You have to. So what happens is we give you a coin. And that coin, you put your phones, your phone's got to be put down for a little bit. We actually cut all it's just like we cut the cameras off. Oh shit, my bad, Steven. I don't know. I thought you was that Steven, but you're another Steven. So never mind. Just come to the fucking tailgate. But yes, you do have to pay. Like the tailgate is $40 all you can eat, all you can drink. You're gonna not want just one plate of food, bro. You're gonna eat this shit, and you're not gonna just want one plate. But anyway, so fuck all that. April 29th. Fellas, if you want to have a good time, relax, unwind, beverages, you got a couple dollars in your pocket, hit me up in the DMs. Trust me, you're gonna want to be here. It's gonna be a splendiferous occasion. All right, Miles. Now we can go through what we were going through. So since Steven is moving the show forward, he wants to talk about food. Let's go ahead and talk about the tailgate. It's going to be this weekend. Everybody's starting to have their spring games. There'll be no t-shirts till dog at all, not even wet. But this is the menu. We got ribs, chicken wings, burgers, dogs, jambalaya, mac and cheese, baked beans. Did I say greens? Is the greens on there?
Hamburgers.
No, just beans and desserts. I need some greens. Can one of y'all make some greens? Adrian, Lisa, anybody on this that's maybe coming, I just want some greens. I need some veggies. Yeah, you need some greens. And then we got desserts and all kinds of other stuff. I was talking to my boy Freddie. He said he's doing a special rib. He was just like, I'm like, shit. He's like, hey, I want to do my new sauce. I'm like, bitch, make it. Either it's gonna be good or it's not. If it's good, everybody gonna know. If it's not, everybody gonna know. But check it out. This is my pin suite. We're still selling stuff, man. A lot of y'all wait till the last minute on shit. Just realize you fuck the game up sometimes, but we still got plenty of stuff. And just realize it's going to a good cause. Check out the spring showcase, not the spring game, but we got that going on. All right, on to the next thing. Oh yeah, my bad. Show. This is what we've had in the past. Now this was cheese. He's not. And this is where I know he didn't know what he was doing with this particular seafood. And that's not his fault. Black people aren't privy to stone crab. So stone crab is supposed to be served cold. Yeah, it's like you more steam it. If anybody doesn't know what that is, that's the one Peter Ward. And that's the one Snoop Menace. Pete will be coaching the game, so he won't be at the tailgate this year. But Pete's always all of that stuff. But yeah, stone crab right there. It's supposed to be served chilled. Ironically, with warm butter. It's really, really good. Like cheese cooked it like snow crab, which is fine. It's just the texture of the meat comes out a little bit different when you make it like that. It's like it's not supposed to, because it's got like a really thick, like I don't know if you call it a bone on the inside, but it's like is difficult to eat, and somebody's supposed to crack it for you. So like we just had them bitches out there, big ass stone crabs with no cracks. So you had to use your teeth. People was getting real ignorant and ghetto with it. But it was amazing. I love it. It got some other stuff that they show on that video. Show the celebrity. Got ribs and mac and cheese and wings and stuff like that. Now, when cheese is on point, now it's gonna be late. You see, hold on, go back real quick. I see that light skin ass woman right there. We put everybody to work in my family. Boom, right there. Hey, man. Mama in there getting active. That's fine. Hey, this how we we got white women out here serving people. Don't do that. Please don't call me. This how you tell, Jay. Hates that shit. This how we do it, man. This how you tell. And there's talent. You see the thing there. Yep. So people gonna be there. Sweets. Lenedra was posted. We need some potato salad too. Need some potato salad. Dang, man, go to the next one. I think we have another one. That's just, we love the Pilgrims, man. We be vibing. Everybody comes through. You see Lisa right there. Talking to my boy Shad, who could sing. We came up together. Shad is was the person. What's that thing called? The minister of music at Jacob Chapel, where the pastor be banging people. And so again, like people who think I don't talk shit, like I talk shit to everybody. I talk cash money shit about his pastor all the time, and it's just part of the life. If the pastor was there, I talk shit to his nasty ass too. I mean, is he still? No, he's in. Well, he was. Oh, it was one of the coldest pimp moments I've ever seen in my life. Man got caught. Man been cheating for years. Man got caught butt booty ass naked in his dress socks. And the husband comes in, catches him in the act. This man, I know he feared for his life. This man caught out 4-4 speed out the house in butt ass naked in dress socks. Got caught, made a scandal, all this kind of stuff, major things going on. Man gets up in the pulpit on some pimp. I mean, I'm talking about David couldn't have done it better. Had his wife and the chick that he was cheating on in the pulpit, preaching on forgiveness, and they kept him. They voted, they kept him. I remember talking to somebody. Well, he's a man, and this is a woman that told me this. Wow. His gift is what. Actually, Adrian, you say the woman, she fine. Because we know she bought them games. She ain't married no more. So, like, she might as well go ahead and become part of the streets. Bring it to the tailgate, Adrian. Let the people see her. You don't have to announce her as like, hey, man, this is the bitch that old Jermaine was sleeping with. You don't have to say that. We don't want to embarrass her. But if she for the streets, then she for the streets. And the streets is going to be at the tailgate. You can either find the love of your life. You're going to break up with the love of your life. Pastor was just banging, just smashing. That is not of God. That is not of God. She must know some tricks then. Because my mama got a friend. My mama don't listen to the show either. My mom said she's one of her good friends in college. Always kept a man. They called her such an ugliest sin. But she said that she knew what to do to keep a man. She was Sookie. That had to be that had to be what she was. Sookie in the 80s. That's why I be telling you, don't be talking about these young kids and how nasty and how wild they are. Y'all was wilder. So I don't know who this is. But all right, anyway, on to the next on to the next thing. I would talk about my kids when my kids was balling. Y'all know that shit. Killer scored another touchdown. Um, I'm only put two things on there. Oh, all right. It's that time of year, guys. Today is the spring portal opening. So there's another chance, and we've seen people like Josh Pate try to make us try to hold up, dog. Hold up, man. Go back. Oh, Jermaine tried to holler at Jennifer. Oh man, I might fight that motherfucker right there. Then. Don't nobody try to get Mama Dent. Now that's messed up. I gotta hit her up and be like, hey man, something I need to know about Pastor trying to have secret meetings, secret. Shout out, God rest the dead. My boy did almost try to harm him. Gino, he did the couples counselor for Gino Hayes and his wife. And Gino was like, he almost had to harm him because he felt like he was trying his fiance at the time. But anyways, it's that time of year. Black Monday, like it's a lot of people, a lot of kids are going to declare that they're entering the transfer portal. Or the transfer portal window has opened up and it's across the country. And a lot of people are saying things like, oh, Jesus Christ, Andre, that is fucked up. That I did not expect. I was looking for some of the coach's text messages that I had. I don't know how well can you see on this if I show so like this motherfucker Andre said that this is Terrell Suggs' mouth.
It's actually really clear.
That's crazy, man. And he's dark skinned too, so it doesn't really help. So on the 15th today, which is today, get your taxes done unless you are you got a little bit of bread, then you go and you get them extended to October 15th. Oh yeah, we do need Lisa, I need you to get the I don't chase. So we do need mixers. Um so the 15th happened, it opens the portal window. A lot of people were making making assumptions right now. We'll go through this stuff. But just I want to read this Tom Lugan bill or whatever. People post this shit. I don't know what y'all have against the Jets. Y'all really just really get mad at the people with the least amount of power. Like, that's the wild part. It's like Tom Luganville puts, Dear college football player, today you are permitted to enter the transfer portal. Unless you have been tampered with or have a large sample size of college production, I hope you've thought long and hard before you enter the portal. I hope you've done the math and truly cherished the value of a scholarship. The grass isn't always greener. Bitch, they are putting people in the transfer portal. Like right now, Florida State is 10 over. Miami's 10 over. Let me read this to you from a coach, college coach, not a pretend one, actual college fucking coach. Where's the number at? Because he actually gives the hard numbers. There will be more. We got to get rid of 9 to get under 85. And we got to get rid of 6 more because we're going to take some players out of the portal. College coach says this. I want to reiterate. We are over by 9, and we got to get rid of 6 more. What is 9 plus 6? That's 15. They got to get rid of 15 players so that they can go bring in 5 more, but 5 to 6 more. But the point is, that's the coach saying what they have to do, not the kids saying, "No, let me just hop in the portal because I don't like it here. I quit." No, that's y'all asses. Don't put your insecurities on this next generation of kids. And what's wilder is the fucking comments. Like some people get it. Some people get it. One guy's just like, it's like quitting your job before you find the next job level of risk. I'm like they not like, trust me, the 4th string D tackle that ain't never played ain't trying to leave for more money. He ain't trying to leave. Some of these guys is cool with where they're at. But they be like, hey man, you know what? We need that. We oversigned. Like nobody talks about that. We oversigned. We already knew we had 75 players on our roster, but we decided to bring in 25 kids from high school and another 10 from the transfer portal. Now we got to get you guys out. The media knows this. As I tell people all the time, you know how I first heard about the transfer portal? From a college coach saying that's how we're going to start getting rid of kids. Then they gave them a get out of jail free card. They got rid of APR, which means every kid you bring on that campus, you're responsible for them graduating. And you have to graduate a certain percentage. Now, if you put that kid in the transfer portal and nobody picks them up, you're still on the hook for their scholarship. For them graduating. So if you've got kids just floating around in the transfer portal that nobody picks up, that's going to mess you with the APR. What is it if you're messed up with the APR do? You lose scholarships at the end of the day. Just do the math. If I sign 25 kids every year over 4 years, that gets me how many kids? 100. Even if the senior class leaves, I'm still over. Ain't 25 people. You ain't having 25 seniors, 35 seniors every year. That means I got to get rid of 10 to 15 people every year. It's been happening since the beginning. Like, just get some Hawaiian rolls. We don't need no cornbread. But yeah, it's just I don't understand why people hate. So I joke about MFTK. When I say, man, fuck them kids, is a joke. Y'all really don't give a fuck about the kids. Like, y'all really be like, man, fuck them kids. Every opportunity. We do the same shit with the NFL. Oh, it's the millionaires versus the billionaires. You have way more in common with the football players striking than you do with the owners. Like, it's amazing what rich people have done to make the poor people believe that somebody else is the enemy. Just because they have one step over you, they're one thing ahead. Everybody ain't a fucking millionaire, even in the NIL era. Every kid ain't trying to get bread, ain't trying to get millions of dollars. I can promise you that. But we're gonna get into this a little bit more. Go ahead to the next one, Miles. Oh, you want to talk about Allen Iverson before we get into college like that?
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Allen Iverson, one of my favorite basketball players. Like, again, I tell you guys, y'all were marketed to like Mike. Michael Jordan was the first, not the first, but he was a really, really good. They wanted to do it with Magic, but Magic caught the HIV, so they weren't able to really do it like that, like they wanted to. But Michael Jordan was the man. He was that guy. I remember I think I was 8 when they started doing the commercials, like the like Mike commercials. Sometimes I feel that he is me, and all that other shit, and like boom, had to dribbling the basketball not through the hood. He was dribbling the basketball through the suburbs and had a bunch of white kids chasing them, and then he drank the worst flavored Gatorade that you can get. Orange and yellow Gatorade is disgusting, and that was the only flavors that they had. Now they came back and made some other flavors, and it started to get better in the game. But that's why Powerade was kicking their ass when they came in the game with their flavors. It was just way more delicious. But like
Powerade Blue,
yeah, Powerade, a cold Powerade Blue on a hot summer day. Oh man! But they had and they had another one. I forgot the name of the other drink that tried to come in. But me and my Powerade was a treat. That was when the dope boys came up to the park and bought everybody something from the corner store. We were this is what I was my son doesn't know any. I'm gonna start making my son do struggle shit just to build character. I was taking Flavor Aid. Yes, there's don't get it twisted. Flavor Aid is way better than Kool-Aid because it's all processed. It's more processed chemicals in it. But I was getting Flavor Aid. You can get like $50 for $1 from the store, and I was taking 3 packs of Flavor Aid, and then however much sugar it was necessary to make it taste good, and then you pour it into like one of the cooler things, and then you freeze that bitch, and then you take it outside so that it starts to melt while you're hooping. So by the time you get over there and you drink, because when it melts, it never melts perfectly or fully. So it's like a block of ice with nothing but the flavor and the sugar. And none of the water down, it's just concentrating. And you drink it and you're like, yeah, I could do a Project Flavor Aid commercial and make everything.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, it was amazing. Flavor Aid was great. Basically, yes, Polo, basically a honey dripper, Polo Kid. But anyways, so they're going out there. Mike's doing this, and then they got Spike Lee with the basketball shoes. I could not relate to Michael Jordan. He didn't like rap. He didn't look anything like the guys that I grew up with. But then came this 6-foot, baggy pants wearing, tatted up, cornrow having, shit talking point guard from out of that went to Georgetown, and it was Allen Iverson. And Allen Iverson's commercials didn't have a bunch of white kids in the suburbs chasing him. Allen Iverson's commercial had him basically doing street ball moves, and he showed us how to be him. Like, you remember, he said, here's my patented crossover. And he said, you do this, and then he slowed it down. And you know what all of us was doing? We was all making our parents mad in apartments with a basketball, trying to do these moves.
I've never seen this commercial.
Oh man, you got to go look at the Allen Iverson commercial. Allen Iverson was so real that with the NBA we know now, like so y'all like to pick, especially you old heads, my Dibbies of the world. Because Dibby loves Michael Jordan. He was part of the group that didn't like Allen Iverson, and now he's part of the group that thinks that the boys is dressing like foo-foos and fairies now. But you know why they're dressing like that? Because they got rid of Allen Iverson coming in that bitch in a basketball and throwback jerseys and jeans. But that's who I wanted to be like, Allen Iverson. I related to him more. He was street, loved him. If Allen Iverson wasn't like so feared, like it's funny, everything that they think Ja Morant is, Allen Iverson was. And he was a real one. Like the people was chasing him. AIs, he thought his wife was cheating on him. They kicked that bitch out in butt ass naked in the snow in Philly and made her walk. AI was that guy, but AI got awarded a trophy, and it set the internet on blaze because everybody was happy. Because when we think of trophies, we think of there's a Shaq, a statue. There's a Shaq statue. There's a Kobe Bryant statue. There's these statues of these men, like you got the Bobby Bowden statue that are huge, and then they make this. And they don't explain it, which is the problem with the media not explaining shit. So here we are. We see AI. There's nothing else around it that we see. And he unveils it, and it looks like a Heisman. It's the same size as the Heisman Trophy. I don't even think that looks like him. But they got the cornrows. They got the headband. They got him about to give that patented crossover. He looks like he wants to pick this up and raise it over his head.
Right. It goes like on your dining table or coffee table.
Right. It looks like this ain't cool. But what they didn't tell us is that there's a row of statues in Philadelphia of their top basketball players that they've had. And they're all this size. So like we're just sitting here thinking like, damn, they tried my man. Because he was a miniature, he wasn't that tall. So they made a statue the size. It's like the statue is supposed to be like up. You're supposed to look up at statues. Like he is eye level with this statue, but it looks bad when you just kind of zoom it in right there. But when you see like 10 other statues, you're like, oh, okay. It leaves room for the next Philadelphia basketball player icon or whatever. But like in an age where everybody wants to be outraged, this gave us something to be mad about. And it looks messed up, but when you really go back and you think about it, it's just the comments. Like, this is so disrespectful. They can't even get him a full-size version. Why would they put it in the training complex? We all know how we felt about practice.
That's good.
That's a large trophy, not a statue. AI. It's just, again, people are naturally hilarious when they feel like things did not go the way that they felt it should have, even though it's not that big of a deal. Going on to the next thing, off-season list Twitter is here. And you know, you gotta love it sometimes. I'm with Miles. I'm starting to like it more, gives people something to talk about. Going into the spring, right now, every Florida fan and Miami fan feels like they have a chance to go to the playoffs, which is good because that would save their coaches' jobs. Because apparently they're on the top 25 coaching list with the coaches with the most pressure this season. Damn, it didn't pop up. All right, yeah, 25 head coaches with the most pressure next season. Number one, Ryan Day, because Ryan Day was gifted a team that was already built by Urban Meyer and ain't won shit. Has had 2 top quarterbacks drafted. Damn near the entire NFL young wide receivers came from Ohio State, as well as a lot of the DBs, and they haven't won shit. Billy Napier, just because Florida sucks. They've had 3 straight 7-loss seasons, and it's looking like a 4th one. Mario Cristobal. Everybody knows Mario sucks except for Miami fans. Marcus Freeman, I hate it for the brother, but I hope Mike I hope Mike treats him like racist white men who hate black men in power. Beat the fuck out of him and get his ass fired at Notre Dame. Because we have to play them. Hate it has to be you, brother. Still love you. Come on, be a defensive assistant over here after we whoop that ass. Not a problem with that. By the way, Marcus Freeman would be hated by Dr. Umar Johnson. Boy, when I tell you this man don't leave, but his white woman is cute. His wife's cute. He don't stay off of her. Men, if you can afford it, there's a strategy to keep a bad. ASAP Rocky doing it. Know how to keep a bad bitch? Keep her on a back. Keep her pregnant. She ain't leaving you for nobody. Ain't nobody except somebody gonna take Rihanna. Rihanna got 10 kids. Somebody gonna take Rihanna. But like, ain't nobody taking Marcus Freeman's wife if she leaves him. She gotta accept all his shit. Hugh Freeze, I don't know why he has pressure on him, but whatever. Lincoln Riley, yeah, he deserves it. He's much like Ryan Day. Sam Pittman probably getting fired. Pat Marduzzi probably getting fired. Mac Brown probably getting fired. Don't know why Scott Satterfield is there. Kalen DeBoer, because of who he's taking over. Dabo, because of what he built. James Franklin, I don't know why. Just people think he's supposed to be Joe Pa, even though he's got one of those complexions. He looks like what's it? Which one makes Key and Peele? Which one makes the movies?
Peele.
Okay, so he looks like Key, James Franklin. Dave Aranda, Shamor. That's how you say that motherfucking name? I hate the Michigan coach. I don't like him. He's just his teeth bother me too. Matt Rule bothers me because he looks like a little person, but he's not. Like, I don't know if he's a midget or if he's normal height. Luke Fickell, Brent Pry, Lane Kiffin, Deion Sanders, number 20. PJ Fleck, 21. Kalani Shitake, 22. Matt Campbell, 23. Clark Lee. How a Vanderbilt coach has pressure, I have no idea. And Gus Malzahn. But, you know, these guys apparently are the greatest coaches in the world, but are also under pressure. Don't know how that fucking works, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, Angelo, the Michigan coach is a sucker.
What do you do?
He's the one who said, like, he's a black coach that says, I don't see. He's one of them I don't see. He's an I don't see color guy. Which I'm like, all right, man. Whatever, dude. I kind of hope he wins, but I also don't. Because I like black coaches. I've been in a conundrum with him. It's like a Deion Sanders one. Like, I need you to win, but at the same time, fuck you. I don't know. Don't know how to say it. And he cries. It's an ugly cry. Like those people who win and they cry. I like my coaches when they cry to look like they fought. They really, it was a battle for that tear. That tear, it took that tear all of its strength to get out of that person's eye. And like the ones who try to, but he's just that ugly, like that, the dark-skinned female actress. Can't even think of her name. She played the lawyer. She's playing a lot of different. She played in The Help. She always playing like either she's playing a super successful black woman or she's playing like some poor ass black woman, and she's always crying in that shit. Yeah, Viola Davis. Yeah, don't act like that, man. She's never in between, man. She's never in fucking between. It's either she's super successful, she's the mayor, like in a law-abiding citizen, she's the mayor of Philadelphia,
or a slave,
or she's a slave. And like, come on, man. Or she's a battered wife of Denzel Washington in Fences or whatever the fuck. I've never watched the whole movie, but she always has this scene where, like, I don't know if they tell her like what she taps into, but it's like snot that comes out. She got eye boogers, everything when she cries, and that's what the Michigan coach looked like to me when he was doing it. I want this game. I'm like, bitch, you can act like a man. Get your shit together. Can't come in my living room and yeah, Angela, like Denzel and Glory. Denzel didn't want to cry in Glory. That shit he was mean mugging. That bitch just dropped. I like that shit. That's how a man is supposed to cry. Men don't cry with snot bubbles. Like that shit when I be seeing y'all in y'all weddings. Bitch, let your nuts hang. That shit, this ain't no fucking Tyler Perry movie. Has Domino's, man. I almost stopped working at First Coast News because Chris Porter put his wedding thing up there. And he was just, it's the same pussy you saw last week. All she got is your last. Are you seeing your finances go away? Like, but again, it's not that you can't cry. It's just like toughen up with the cry, man. Like, don't just let it out, man. Don't do it, Charles. Be a man, man. That Polo, that was me. The only time I cried was in private when I looked at how much money I had to pay. When I got that bill for my kids, they're like, you didn't cry when your sons were born? No, I didn't cry when my sons were born. I cried when I saw the bill for the second one. I didn't have to pay for the first one. Uncle Sam paid that one for Trey. I was cool with that one. Like, when I saw Killer, I'm like, oh, man, this is how much it costs to have a fucking baby? How they know I got it? Nah, but anyways, that's why I don't fuck with him. Moving on to the next thing. Did you know it's Genetics 56 Big Ten Information College Football ACC teams 2020 since 2023 membership, the number of 10-win football seasons since 2004. Clemson has 12. Virginia Tech has 9. FSU has 8. Louisville has 5. Pitt has 2. Wake Forest has 2. Boston College has 2. Georgia Tech has 2. Virginia, North Carolina State have none. Syracuse, Duke, and North Carolina all share something in common with the University of Miami. Did you guys know? You know what they share with them? They all have one 10-win season since in 20 fucking years. The difference is you know what North Carolina's not shouting at us every year? We're back. Duke has played in 2 ACC championships to Miami's 1, and Duke ain't saying we're back. Syracuse is not going back and looking at the championships from the 60s and saying we're back. Pitt, who has more championships than Miami, is not saying we're back, and they have 2 in 20 years. Wake Forest, nope. Boston College, nah. Georgia Tech, wild, but nope, not saying that either. Louisville, did not realize that. They've got 5 times more 10-win seasons than Miami. I didn't know Virginia Tech had 9. That's crazy. Miami has 1. So that was just some more list Twitter there for you guys. A little bit of interesting things. I saw something that I genuinely asked this question. This was me on Twitter. I'm genuinely curious the UF spring game. Anyone want to give me a serious synopsis? Like what they liked, what they felt got better or worse. And I want the same from the University of Miami. Now today, I will have David Waters on later on this afternoon. I believe at 6:30, David's coming on. I will also have a guy from the University of Miami that's going to be coming on, and we're going to be discussing. He played former player, and we're going to be discussing what he saw about the spring game. I wanted to try to get a link. I have a link for the Miami game that I'm going to watch when I get a chance. I'll skim through it, but I've seen some hot. I I know what I feel based on the highlights, but I do want to, and I'm going to tell you how I feel based on the highlights. Shout out to Luke too, my guy Luke. Everybody knows Luke from the channel. He gave me some talking points that I'm going to read here as well. Coach J 140 says Ja'Cory Brown should be quarterback 2 for Miami. Apparently Miami had not Miami, UF had 10 men on the special teams again. Kevin Carter puts the Gators look longer and faster. The offense went down the field a little more than before. Hopefully that sticks. Lagway would definitely have a package. Seems to be more in shape and just more comfortable in the schemes. I can take that. Big Rich, Cam Ward was 19 for 24, 300 plus yards, 3 touchdowns, but spring game narratives and outcomes are controlled, which is very true, which I always tell you guys. Spring game, if I play this, will I get canceled? I don't know. Let me see. I found it the other day. I didn't know I had it. You know, I was going through all my videos and I realized I had a lot of videos. But spring games, kindergarten graduation, Easter speeches. Everybody gets a shot at it. It is not a thing where you just, it's not as, it's controlled. All the outcomes are controlled. And basically it's if you need to know what it's really like, go to Comic View or Google Comic View, Ricky Smiley, Little Daryl. Actually, let's see if we can find this, Miles. We'll go ahead and just fuck it. People get offended. It's the problem with the world. How do we come from a world that had Comic View, South Park, Def Comedy Jam, all these different things, and then the older, because it's not the younger people, it's the older people that are so fucking sensitive. It throws me off, man. But that's the spring game. You don't really get much out of the spring game, in my humble opinion. But they're saying that Cam looked good. They're saying DJ Lagway looked good. While you're looking for that, I'm going to read off what okay, go ahead. So this is what did they have, like a Views Express thing?
It's the first 48 reenactment.
That works. That gives you, yep. That's actually probably better than what, because it was actual Easter speech that he was actually reenacted. But this is basically it. Shout out to First 40.
On this week's first few minutes, 911 call comes into the Memphis PD. Somebody's been rocked to death.
No, actually, you know what? No, it doesn't give it. It doesn't.
Lieutenant Mason and Sergeant Mullins arrive on the scene to find.
Yeah, it doesn't. It has to be the Easter speech. I just thought about it. All this looks like is a little special, especially able kid speaking. Oh, here it is. I got it. I just play it on my phone. Before you guys get offended, just realize comedy is an art. If you do not like it, you don't like it. I get it. It's all good.
I got it.
Oh, okay. You got it. Go ahead and play it. This is what spring games are. Parents are here to listen and support Little Daryl. It's kids looking like that in these spring games.
My name, look down. My name, look down. My name, look down. Leave me alone. My name, look down. My name, look down. My name, look down. I'm going to say my speech. Leave me alone. Okay. All the cup right here to stay. All I came to say, happy Easter Day. Thank y'all. My name is fine.
That is, again, it's there for people to go out there to cheer on the guys who probably aren't going to play The plays are made in the scrimmages and in the practices. You're seeing an orchestrated performance in the spring games, guys. And now I want you guys, because Luke put Cam looked elite. I need you to remember this face right here. And I need you to remember that speech, because we're going to come back to it. I'm not saying Cam 18, no matter what you are, throwing on air. That is impressive what Cam did. But we're going to look a little bit at the highlights that I did not post. I did not post this. This is what Miami posted. So don't y'all, I know how you Miami fans like to get. You like to tussle and shit. Like, don't get mad at me. Just, yeah. Hey, shout out. Big Rich, did you fucking pay for the tailgate? I just thought about that. I saw something come up there. And if you did, I need you to highlight at me, because family of the team isn't supposed to do shit like that. But here's what somebody put. I think overall talent for Florida. Overall talent in depth is better than last year in multiple positions like linebacker, DB, running back, and wide receiver. Offensive line still shaky. Mertz the backup, but don't be surprised if Lagway Mertz isn't the backup, but don't be surprised if Lagway takes over before the year is over. Still don't think we're capable of winning 9. To be honest with you, I said if they win 7, that'd be a great season. It felt like we should have won at least 7 in the last 2 years. The talent is better all around. We're still missing 2 to 3 dogs, and the staff has to prove they can coach situationally. A lot of situational awareness killed us the last 2 years. I told him in turn, your defensive coordinator is a fucking idiot. Trey Wilson is the dude, of course, but we're going to miss Ricky. He was better than something, and the draft will show. We still need to stack better talent, recruiting in the portal, just not there yet. We lost 7 games 3 years in a row, 2 under Billy. He got to do better than 7 wins, in my opinion. That was what a Florida fan said about their observations of the Florida spring game. I like to hear Florida fans' opinions. We will have David Waters on later today to break down the Florida spring game and Florida spring, how he's felt, what he's heard, different things like that. Now, going into the University of Miami, before we get into that, I'm going to read what my guy Luke told me. Where is, or did Luke tell this to me on the phone? Pretty sure he texted me. Okay, he must have inboxed me. Luke also sent me the picture of what the actual stadium looked like that they played in, which is hilarious. We have video of that. Here's what Luke had this. Damn, where is it? Okay. I passed it. Took me all the way to fucking VD day. All right. I won't say that, Luke, but I will say this in my own words, but I won't say that you said that. He said JoJo is going to be amazing, like I've been telling you all. Nykar as well. Cam Ward played well and checked off Dawson play calls and had high percentage half. I was wrong about JB11. Today he looked more polished than the other backups. Some players will be hitting the portal ASAP who didn't perform well today. Wesley B will be the stronghold of our defense this year. Nothing new I didn't already know other than JB. He did well. And fuck Coral Gables. Like, not Miami, just the city of Coral Gables. Citizen fumbled the ball. Reese underthrew. That's the Reese's Puff kid underthrew a 4th and 3. Now Miami fans got still on my TikToks and on YouTube saying I'm wrong about Judd and that I've been over here bashing a high school kid, but he threw a pick 6. But he's a freshman. It happens, like a new level. Backups are ass. Emery can't throw past 10 yards, but under 10 yards, he's stupid accurate. And if Cam stays healthy, Miami has an ACC title pick, and that's big. That's big. Those are fan statements. I like to hear. I don't want to hear, my boy TY. I like TY. He looks like what's the the dude who looks like a pug, the comedian. He's ugly. Drewski. He look a little bit like Miami Drewski. The boy, I know for a fact that the boy with the long ear pods is specially abled. I don't trust anything that Gabby Urethra says. And then I know T Black gonna always tell me right, and I do know Dave Waters, and I know even Kelvin Harris. Even when we get on there, even as a former player, he's gonna give me the he's gonna give me the real. I'm saying to me, these shots, no picking on no Diddy and no picking on him, but a motherfucker look like Drewski a little, like Drewski look like a plug in the face. We all know somebody who look like a plug in the face. Hell, y'all can say I'm built like a pit bull. I get it. People have some things that they just look like, and it just fits. But going into the Miami spring game, before we go into UF spring game, I want to just let you guys see, and I want to shout out to where they played their game. So, Miles, if you can put this up real quick, make sure we got it on mute, because I don't know what kind of music and shit they be playing. They're playing that South Beach transmission shit. Don't want that on my don't want that messing me up. We also found out why Josh Pate is so high on Miami. South Beach, you could, like, Chris gave one of the craziest things ever. He said Josh Pate was one of those guys that wanted the Ford Mustangs, but he wanted it with the little stick shift, and they name it after a woman. So he likes his women to have a little stick shift. And I was like, yo, that's hilariously bad. But let's make sure they didn't play in Seminole Hard Rock, because you'd have to rent that. I don't know what's going on during those times. But here's where they played at. And let's just and shout out to Miami for the video that they produced here. I mean, they probably should have had this at Trash Powell, but that's not bad. It looks like a big ass high school field. But this is where Miami's track team does their track meets and stuff like that, and only like the boosters. I think they made it to where it was 5,500 people could show up. I'm pretty sure they got close to that number. There was a lot of people standing up, because like when you're at a track, which it's great to coach in these environments, because like those 8 lanes a track keep the parents and all that dumb shit away from you, as opposed to like when you're playing, like, and them bitches is like right on your back, like you're like, hey man, we fucking hear you. We're like, especially at Mandarin, we're beating the shit out of teams, and they're like, these coaches don't know what the hell they're doing. Like, bitch, we only beat the team by 30. Like damn, man, what do you want? But drones make anything look interesting. So shout out to them putting the game on campus. Apparently Miami had over 300 former players show up. That's a cool thing for them. And to quote Luke, again, Raising Canes on Twitter, Gio Milan or Milian, or I don't know, Bart, he's the one who said that. Luke said, we only had 300 fans show up. So that was it. So they were all former players. Florida Buzz, Barry Jackson put up quarterback Ja'Cory Brown has been discussing transferring this year. 2 people said. Kane's waiting to see if he formally enters the portal this week. There's interest from other schools. Nobody could blame him for leaving. Longest tenure QB, but 4th quarterback to enter the game yesterday. Was the best of the backups yesterday, in my opinion. If he leaves, as some inside now expect, then Reese's Peanut Butter Cuff and Emory Williams will compete to be Ward's backup at 24 and starter in 25. Brown has the highest upside of the 3, in my opinion, but Kane's coaches know the optics of playing him 4th yesterday. So, which is ironic, because Miami talked about how Florida State uses the portal and that should hurt high school recruiting. But when we read off the other day, Miami will have their 1st and 2nd string quarterbacks be transfers. a transfer running back. They're looking for a transfer wide receiver, with their top wide receiver being a Manny Diaz recruit. They've got, I believe, 2 to 3 transfers will be on the offensive line starting this year. Three defensive linemen will be transfers. A linebacker will be a transfer. And 3 of the 5 corners that they have will be a transfer. And they're still looking for another D lineman, another cornerback, all in the transfer portal, while signing damn near 30 kids out of 30 high school kids, as well as many others in the last 2 years. So yeah. And I think, like Luke did say, they did do it at the football club, the pro soccer team in Miami. I think that's an actual better venue. Like you should do it there, have it, or again, go into the heart of Miami. I think that's the greatest recruiting tool that you have, because you want to recruit, as their old coaches say, the state of Miami. Now, going into what the highlights are, if you go to the Canes film, Miles, on the thing, we have the oh, my bad. Did I skip something? I didn't read this. My bad, my fault. I gotta go. Well, actually, you know what? Play the film and then we'll go back and we'll read Miami, what they said in the message boards. But here is the highlights of, I don't know if it's if it's just Cam Ward, or if it's the whole spring. But I want to preface this by stating, I think Cam Ward is going to be a good college quarterback. But I am going to critique this, because that's what we do. We critique ball. We just put it on 50%, Miles, if you don't mind, and we may slow it down at times. We don't have to go too crazy, but we'll push play, and I want y'all to watch this first thing.
Oh, you meant the ball?
No. But I push pause. Go back. We're gonna break this down. Now, with Miami fans, again, a lot of the vitriol. One of the things I don't understand about people in general, if you're truly happy with what you have, why would your first response be to me? And I say me being an FSU fan. Like, if you cool and you good, like, keep it to yourself. Don't come out and say, "Oh man, we about to beat the fuck out of y'all." Like, bitch, y'all had De'Aaron King. Y'all had like guys come in before that we know, but like, and I'm gonna tell you about some stuff like, and I'm gonna let you people, Miami fan, any other fan, y'all take this. But like right now, they're very high on Cam Ward, which they should be. But I can tell you what Florida State's not gonna do. We're not playing off like that on you guys. Since people want to compare Florida State, we ain't got no fear of y'all beating us 1-on-1 like that. So push play, and then we'll see. So we already got a lot of cushion there, more cushion for the pushing. And then he throws it to a guy who's playing off on, who's considered the best receiver in the state, Restrepo. And I don't know who 25 is. That's a hold. That would have probably been a sack. He steps up in the pocket. Good job. Good running. That is something that Cam does present to you, a guy who's more willing to run as opposed to the others. I don't think this is Miami's best D-line going up against him. This should be a tackle. That's piss poor tackle by 25. I'd be concerned about that, because we have guys that are like King Williams is breaking through that. Restrepo, I hope he scores on this. He doesn't score. That's crazy. But that doesn't look like a lot of great effort there. There we go. Now that's a good timing thing right there. It was that overthrown. Timing didn't work out on that one. That one was good. Good timing. Can we go back? Go back real quick. Like, before you post highlights like this, don't post 2. Who is 2 on Miami's defense? I can't see the name, but that's a good highlight for 2 on offense in the quarterback, but that's piss poor effort in guarding him. I can't get any kind of read on that. This is the film. This isn't me trolling or making up anything. That's what they put out. You want to tell me that was good effort, because you can't tell me that was good effort. If anything, that's me saying, at worst, that's a coach saying that, hey, I need his confidence up. Let him catch that. Go push more play on this. This is, again, I didn't go looking for this shit. It was on the internet. It was there. Somebody's bragging about this. Here we got here.
Look at the balance right there.
That's the same play, just a different angle.
I knew it getting the blueprint.
That's a sack.
there.
Hey, sidearm throw though.
Yeah,
A screenplay. You're not supposed to get that much pressure on the screenplay. Like he doesn't move his feet on screenplays. That would have been batted down by a pack. That's not great. That's a sack.
Oh,
That's scary.
By the way.
We got rid of that bad boy.
Second.
Somebody caught that, right? Okay. That's a sack. That's a sack. That's not. He's not getting out of that.
Oh, I guess to show off the defense.
Maybe that's a sack and dangerous as fuck. Yeah, that was good stuff right there. That's a sack. Oh, that's the same play. Different.
I like it. Get me ready for football.
Is this? Wait a minute. This is a Miami fan post. This can't be a troll. Wait a minute. Hold on, my bad. Hold on, dog. I thought I said no. Kane's Films posted this. Okay, all right. Shit. All right. Yeah, I wouldn't have thrown that one. This is good blocking right here. That guy's putting his hand up. That's pretty good. Oh, and you gotta remember, Restrepo's my height. Probably a little shorter. Stuff. Good catch though. But like you gonna get, ain't nobody gonna tickle you when you're not the same team. That's 31. That was 32. He took some off of that. But 620, like them boys is about to give each other concussions. It's a lot of time. Now this is good. This is good line play. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. This is like, yeah, like, yo, that's not a good rep. Yeah, go back and then because that is crazy. Like, that's terrifying because nobody's open. Hold on, yeah. Like, because he stopped his feet. Like, I thought the play was dead. They're supposed to blow this. You're supposed to blow this dead. At this point, Miles, I think slowing it down is not. Who is 20? Who the fuck is 24? Get him out of here. Is 24 hitting the portal? Now, don't slow it down no more. Just play it normal, like, because it's slow already. Like, they might have slowed it down already. Yeah, this is not. Please don't. Okay, he throws it away. Smart. That's scary that nobody's open there. Oh, got rid of it quick. Hey, give yourself a chance. Best receiver in the state. What the hell?
Oh. Oh, I don't.
Man, guys, Kane's Films shared this. This is not a troll. This is not me. Like, this is that should have been. Come on, man. Should have been a sack. Yeah, he caught it, no? That's dangerous.
Wow.
Yeah. He's moving a lot. He moves around a lot. Oh man, that's not a good thing against us, especially with how much we bring blitzes. I should be sacked. He's going to get fucked up against somebody. Does Miami play NC State this year? I hope they don't play NC State. I mean,
I think that's what it is. Backyard football.
okay, if that's what y'all like, I love it. If y'all like it, I love it. That's all I can say. I'm not going to, like, there's nothing else. I'm cool. I love it. I'm going to go back to what I said. The spring ball is kindergarten graduation and Easter speeches. And if if you're proud of little Daryl, I'm proud of little Daryl too. Okay. Like I'm man enough to be able to accept what you like for that being what you like. So congrats to you guys as well. And going on to the next thing. That was interesting. Clay Fink put and made everybody mad, including Gab the Urethra. All Clay did was put Cam Ward with a perfect NFL passer rating versus the Miami defense. Impressive. Definitely a troll, but he just put it in the NFL calculator. And if you went 19 for 24, 324 yards and 3 touchdowns, that's going to get you paid a lot of money. And he did it in response to Miami should have no trouble attacking top offensive talent in the transfer portal this spring with that. And if they don't watch them. And I'm trying not to be overly critical because I know how Florida State's spring showcase is going to look. It's not like it's a showcase. It's not even a game. It's not something that we take because, again, everything is really done beginning of the season. But the fact that this was like a real scrimmage, I need to know more, and I'm going to ask Kelvin. Is it good on good? Did they draft teams? Is it the two? I hope that's not the twos. Is it the twos versus the ones? And the ones versus the twos? I do believe JoJo. I think that some of their wide receivers are going to be really, really good. It's that for the first time, one of the strengths that Miami has is their offensive line, and I didn't see it. I didn't see their line play be as strong as what they've recruited, especially when they have like 2 5-star tackles or was it 3 5-star tackles they had in the class before this one. But that's the U. And but before everybody gets in, do we have the thing where did I have in? So again, just remember what Cam was 19 for 24, 320 some yards, right? All right. So that's the UM spring game. It really, the vibes, but I didn't watch the spring game or any clips last year, but the vibes feel familiar. Like I feel like we've been here before. I feel like I've read every article that Miami has written about their spring game before. Oh shit, I have. April 17th, 2023, spring game standout, Tyler Van Dyke. TVD looked really comfortable in the new offense last night. He was getting the ball out quick and looked like he had good timing with the wide receivers, especially in the short to medium passing game. Really excited to see how TVD does this year. The TVD that everybody ran the fuck out of Miami last year. But yeah, that's one. All right, cool. You're right. No, don't give me 247 wrote an article. You know who threw 3 touchdowns last year in the spring game? Tyler Van Dyke. Tyler Van Dyke threw 288 yards and 3 touchdowns, 2 to Jacoby George, as Miami held its annual spring game in the Pink Stadium, blah, blah, blah. Rashard Smith caught, it was just, they were balling. We set out to get a lot of competition situations. When we did that, we played physical in spurts. We were successful in spurts on both sides of the ball, so there was some signs of inconsistencies, but overall there was progress. We really feel like we have progress, and we've got to continue to progress from here. Van Dyke was 22 for 29. Wait a minute. He was 22 for 29, primarily facing the top defensive unit, and led to 4 scores. That top defensive unit that had one of the best safeties that they tell me in the draft, 2 of the best safeties in the draft. They have the best defensive line. They have all these best things. Tyler Van Dyke went 22 for 29. What is it, 19 for 24? What is that? What's the math on that? Does that mean he threw 5 incompletions? Or was that 6 incompletions? No, 5 incompletions. So it's very similar. So again, what am I to believe? Is this better than last year's? Because last year you told us that was the best too. And it's a situation where, are you the Christian that says the world's going to end? And they say it every year for the last 3,000 fucking years. And guess what's going to happen? One day the world's going to end. Are you going to say you're right? Or are you going to talk about all the times you were wrong? If you want to bet. I have no problem with that. That's you. As a guy who loves ball, as a guy who almost went to the University of Miami, as a guy who actually understood, lived the rivalry, hangs out with people who played in it on the other side, as a guy who loves football, a guy who loved what the U was the U. Is this really what the U is? Come on, bro. We got to get at a certain point. It's like I tell people, when you over 30 years old, you got to stop the gangster talk. You outlive the gangsterness. At a certain age, we can't be fucking trolling every day no more. Tay9, I don't know if they're doing the fan day anymore like that. I do know this: at the spring game, if you go to the Battles Inn, then they normally have some of the players that are there that will sign shit for you. I actually want to do. If I do my football camp this year, I do believe I'm going to have the players there. I'm going to try to have as many players as possible, and they will be there to sign autographs. They did that last year if you're an FSU fan. But I'm just reading the shit that they said, dog. Like, am I bad, Miles? Can you go back up to now? Go to the big no with what the fans said, because I want. This is what somebody said about it, and this is more true. We will go back to that. Not that it was. Go back to the fan statements. Yeah. So you gotta scroll up. Not that one. It's the one after that. Yeah, click on the first one. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. So that's something? Let me pull it up so I can read it myself. And this is what I saw from that clip. It looked pretty sloppy on both sides of the ball, to be honest. They kept things pretty simple with offense, really only showing one run concept and a handful of air raid passing concepts. Cam Ward was inconsistent as a whole, but had some pretty bright spots as well, and made a throw out of two, a throw or two that justified the hype. Although, to be fair, it helped that Miami's defense played a lot of true man. Ugh, that's scary, which allowed the offense to cook them on mesh routes all scrimmage. Offensive line was getting eaten up by the D-line all day. That's what that was? Okay. Didn't look like any missed assignments or anything, just getting reset a lot. Pockets closed quickly on QBs, that's true. And their run game didn't find much success. This can be pretty standard with spring games, and honestly, it's probably the main thing that just made things feel a bit muddy. All in all, it's hard to evaluate what Miami has here. Ward looked decent, but receivers were open in ways that I didn't think he'll see all season. He has the ability to open things up and make plays, if nothing, but he did have decent amount of inconsistent moments and wasn't the most accurate pushing the ball down the field. I'll accept that. To me, that's an honest opinion that doesn't give you too high and it doesn't give you too low. And that makes more sense. I'm kind of with that. I honest to God, we good? Yeah. I honest to God think that, Miami is improved. They are improved. But this over the top shit, like, y'all got to be tired of that. Like, you got to be tired of somebody blowing smoke up your ass. But I'm not a Miami fan. I am a fan of the rivalries and all that. Dave Daughtry asked, Norvell has a state of the nose at the Moon Friday. Are you attending, James? Not if I got to pay $40 fucking. That's a Battles End event. But but if they let me in for free, I don't. I'm doing enough for the Seminoles as far as the fucking tailgate, and I got to go to this event that we do that's happening before that. With former players, we go check out the practice. We go do our victory walk, and we do a bunch of other shit. We eat a little bit with the current players. Like they got a little. They got to work on the chow. I ain't gonna hold you on that one. Like I don't like they have better food other times, but like what they had last year, I had to ask again, like, this what the fuck y'all eat? This some bullshit. I gotta go give me some real food. I only come home. I come home to work because I'm from Tallahassee. There are people I like to see when I don't get to see them enough or hang out with them enough, i.e. being my mom, my grandmama. There's a group of old heads that I go smoke cigars with every Friday night at the AC Hotel. When I'm in town, I like hanging out with them because they don't treat me like I'm they treat me like I'm a youngster. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I like that shit sometimes. Like, I'm always responsible for something, but I could just go sit down. I don't like to talk. I like to sit down, shut the fuck up, and listen to grown people talk sometimes. That was one of the best things about. I think the problem with society is we don't have the kids' table anymore, so that when you get and you automatically go to the big people's table. When you graduate from the kids' table and you sit at the big kids at the adults' table, you tend to shut the fuck up because you're just so honored to be there. Like y'all don't really, again, y'all didn't come up the way I came up. So like I don't know how y'all grew up, but I know this: the fucking cheering set with the cheering, and the adult set with the adults. And when you first got a chance to sit with the adults, you set the fuck up until you got told to talk. Dave, I'm with you. Like that. But I'm telling you, when watch me when I get around Pete. I shut the fuck up and let Peter Ward be Peter Ward. Because I am a fan too. And I be sitting there listening. Them motherfuckers got real stories. I think my stories are cool. I think their stories are cooler. But shit, I gotta bounce. Let's get into the Florida stuff a little. Did we get everything that we needed to get out of that? Spring game. We still have some more stuff. Again, here's more. Yesterday was a national holiday, 4/14. Again, to just show you the inconsistencies in Miami, Sidelines Miami and many other Miami fans, they literally made t-shirts saying that this was the game that you don't got to play it actually, because I don't want them to fuck me up. But 4th and 14, Jordan Travis completed that. Best day of my life is what Sidelines Miami said, was when this happened. The best day of a Miami Hurricanes life was when Florida State beat Miami to get Manny Diaz fired with Miami to lose 2 games in a row.
I was wondering how they were spinning that. Okay, I get it.
Like, again, this is the problem. When children get to sit at the adult table without having to fucking go through the process, you get silly shit like this. Men, God damn it, men. Be men. Father your children, father your sons. We wouldn't have tweets like this. We wouldn't have people spinning losses. I can't say the best day of my life was when Miami beat us in Doak Campbell Stadium and that got Taggart fired. That is weak sauce. That ain't the best day of my life. That sucked. Over here talking about this, man. The best day of my life. 4/14. We gonna make t-shirts too.
That's so. That's corny.
I want to talk about Florida, but put it like this. Anyway, we're gonna end this up. It's gonna be a ridiculous amount of content coming out the next 2 weeks. We're gonna have content from the spring game. We're gonna have content from this. I want to talk to Miami about their spring game. I want to talk to Florida about their spring game. We want to do some draft profiles because next weekend is the NFL draft. I don't go to the NFL draft because I have to do Jaguars obligations. But we'll have draft coverage because my guy Steve will be there.
Remember, anybody can call in too.
And oh shit, I gotta bring the fucking phone. We do have the call-in phone. I gotta bring it's there in the house, but we'll bring the phone. We're gonna have some call-in stuff, guys. I really appreciate everybody on Twitter. I need y'all. We didn't talk about it, but we're like 460 something away from getting to 6,000. Like if 197 of you motherfuckers would just go over and click subscribe, that would be dope. Shout out to Adrian for her 14 months of membership. That's a long ass time at $3.99. I love it though. See you at the spring game as well. Somebody asked the question, how likely do I think this would be Napier's last season? I mean, how would Napier, I believe, won't be fired this year. He'll be fired after this year. Like nobody's coming in to take that hard ass schedule on. And Florida literally has that same schedule for 2025. Lonnie said nobody told them this is a grown folks conversation. You don't see no kids on here, do you? And that's just the problem with life. A lot of times it's cheering. Like we don't need y'all. Like I don't need the kid thing where this is an A and B conversation. You can see your way out of it. I just need people to realize that, at a certain point, adults perfect scene, Miles. So if you clip that one day, one of the greatest cinematic masterpieces of all time was made during the 70s. And it's a movie called The Mac. It's one of the greatest movies of all time. Goldie is a pimp, and there's a scene in the pool hall where this one pimp is talking about this woman and describing her, how good she is out there, how much money she makes, and like she can make a year's worth of money by herself than the other in a week than the other girls. Then Goldie walks in and he's listening to this guy talk. And then that lady comes in and she goes to Goldie and she says, "Do you remember me?" And he says one of the coldest lines I've ever heard Pimp ever say. I'd have to lose all my brain cells in my head to forget something as fine as you. Men, remember that. Mark that down. Use that shit. It will work. It has worked. I have seen it work in real life. And then one of the other guys gets mad. He says, the pimp gets mad, says, "You're a rest haven for hoes. You're just a car thief. You're this, you're that." And then another guy laughs and then he pulls out his cane and he smacks the guy and beats him down. He says, "Next time you hear grown folks talking, you stay in your place." That's what we need. We need more pimp shit. The world was a better, as much as we want to say, like, it's what the world needs. Hey,
you know what? I'm coming around. Yeah.
45-47 potentially. He's got hats that he's selling like that. I think that motherfucker's hilarious at times. I get it. It's not getting political. The motherfucker, just take the politics out of that shit. That motherfucker says some wild shit and I like it. But 45 said, "Make America great again." And you have to go ask, when was America great? What year was that? I'm actually starting to get back to, like, if it was, maybe the 70s is about, mid 70s is about right when we were at that good, that good moment where, like, nobody was sensitive. There was racial harmony. There was a lot of shit going on, and like the pimp hand was strong. You know, guys like Sean Connery can go with Barbara Walters, and she's like, "Well, did you ever get physical with your woman?" Well, sometimes you have to put she doesn't listen. You got to put your hands on her a little bit. People feared people, and it was proper. I'm not saying domestic violence is the way. What I'm saying is the threat of violence and discipline sometimes makes things act correctly. And we got too many children out here acting like they adults, ain't never been through nothing. And that's my whole point. Well, damn it, it was whenever the fucking blaxploitation movies was out. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. You're going too deep. You're going too deep. Yeah, you're going too deep. But post-Vietnam, them cats was on LSD, and like them boys was high in their mind. One of the greatest moments in baseball history happened during that time period, I believe, with Doc Ellis. Just think about it. Baseball was a lot more fun to watch then too. Doc Ellis pitched a perfect game, high as a kite. You gotta find that video again. That shit was hilarious. One of the most, especially the cartoon version. He said, "Oh man," he's like, "I was throwing the ball, and then like the aliens, and then they was coming back." Heron, man. The
So
brown Pootie Jane. The Heron was good. Blue Magic, man. It's just, I mean, guys, so I'm the only person that sat back and just sit there like, damn, I was born in the wrong fucking era. Like, cause I'd be sitting back like, damn, if I was in the fucking 80s, man, I would be running shit. I wouldn't be dressing like I wouldn't be dressing like, because again, the old heads that grew up in the androgyny period be picking on the young guys that's going through their own androgyny period, which is hilarious to me. Like, we got the hoochie daddy shorts that went full circle. My mom, I'll leave y'all with this. My mom dated a guy named Mike. Mike was dark skinned from Miami, had a little mini, I think he put some juices and berries in it, but I'm not sure. But he had a little curl. Mike wore tank. All I have is pictures of tank tops and little ass shorts that Mike wore. And wasn't nobody more masculine than I know than Mike. Like, Mike was on that bitch wearing, looked like he had a fucking roll of quarters in his pocket. Like, walking everywhere. You can see everything. It's way beyond the Suchi Daddy show. I could never wear my shorts as short as Mike wore his shorts. And he wore Stacey Adams sandals with them bitches. So, anyways, man, appreciate you guys for chopping it up with me. We'll have more content. Check us out for the Miami Spring Game Report. Check us out for the Florida Spring Game Report. Tell your rival friends to come check out the realness. We're not doing all that sugarcoating shit. We're not doing all that other bullshit. We're going to just talk. I'm not going to troll them. I'm going to ask some pointed questions, but I'm also going to let them speak because I generally want to know what the fuck is going on. Shout out to the 210 motherfuckers on X who don't follow no fucking, my bad, 233 people on X who don't follow no fucking instructions, but shout out to y'all anyway. I'm going to start fucking with y'all and putting this shit just on YouTube again. But if you want to comment, you have to comment on YouTube. We don't respond to comments on X. Matter of fact, if you call, I'm gonna tell you to tell me you have to put your name in the comments when we put the phone thing on here. Because if your name ain't on the comments in the motherfucking YouTube, we're gonna click on your ass right there live. Because I need the YouTube is how we get paid the bread. Consider becoming a member. We get the 10,000 subs. We give away 2 pairs of season. We get not 2 pairs. Pause. We give away a pair of season tickets and a parking pass to FSU games. Or if you're a fan of another one, and you win, we will give you outside of Florida. We'll get that. Outside of that, appreciate you guys for chopping it up with me. We will see you guys next time.